Bonjour, everybody. This is Tiggy Maximus with Tiggy Maximus Talks on YouTube. This is episode, I want to say 36, but I should probably check what episode because there's so many episodes. And hopefully, you guys been listening, watching all the episodes on YouTube and Spotify and Anchor. So, this is. Oh, okay. Let's make sure. I don't want to make a snafu. Um. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, okay. Let's make sure. So, it's actually amazing that we've been doing this for 6 months now. And hopefully, you guys enjoyed all the videos and all the podcasts on Spotify and YouTube. You may have seen me also on my buddy's podcast, Who Are They? It's a good, good checkout if you want to hear about UFC stuff. All right, we are actually on episode 37. So this is episode 37. And I want to make some predictions. Well, let's start. So week 12 had already started on Thanksgiving. We had the Bills beating the Lions 28-25. We had the Cowboys beating the Cowboys beating the Giants 28-20, and we had the Vikings beat the Patriots 33-26. So those were good games. Usually you don't have three competitive games like that down to the end, so I'm glad that was a good slate of games. I want to make some predictions here, and I want to say Buccaneers and Browns. That one should be an interesting one because Deshaun Watson is coming back from his season long suspension. I think it was like 11 games for off the field conduct that was very, very inappropriate. So I guess this is the week. We'll see how well he plays. But I'm still picking the Buccaneers to beat the Browns in this one. Next up, we have Bengals and Titans as a rematch of last year's playoffs. Bengals pulled off the big upset on their way to the Super Bowl, where they fell short to the Rams. But I think in this one, Titans should beat the Bengals in this one. Next up, we have Dolphins and Texans. Dolphins are a big favorite in this one. They're favored by 14 points, but I think Tua and the Dolphins have gotten their act together. They're here in their full stride. They are a dangerous team going forward. I'm picking Dolphins to win this one, and you know what? They actually might cover. Bears and Jets. I don't think the Bears have a fully healthy Justin Fields, so I don't know if he's actually going to play or not. He did say he had a separated shoulder. So this one, Jets should beat the Bears in this one. Next up, we have Falcons and Commanders. Commanders seems to be surging right now, getting pretty hot. They got Heineke at the helm. They should beat the Falcons. On the Falcons, I'm not even sure who's on the team, other than Marcus Mariota and Younghoe Koo. Because Kyle Pitts, I think he's on the IR. I think he's out for the season. I don't know the running backs on the Falcons. They're not really big names, and much less the receivers, other than Kyle Pitts. But Kyle Pitts is out, so this should be an easy win for the Commanders at home. Broncos and Panthers. This might be an ugly game. Broncos have a really great defense, but their offense is just not clicking. Panthers, they're just getting things figured out. They already got rid of Christian McCaffrey. Got some draft picks out of it, but I got Broncos barely beating the Panthers in this one. Next up, we have Ravens and Jaguars. I like Trevor Lawrence for the Jaguars, but he still needs some more weapons aside from Travis Etienne. Um, I would have the Ravens beating the Jaguars in this one. So, my favorite game of the week: Chargers and Cardinals. So, all right. So the Chargers are a 3-point favorite, and as you well may have known, Chargers do play a lot of close games, no matter who their opponent is. Uh, Chargers don't have Mike Williams. He did get hurt on one catch in the last game against the Chiefs. He was hurt going into that game, and now he got hurt again after that one catch. It was a spectacular catch, but unfortunately, the Chargers did not win that game. Well, actually, going back to that game, actually, Chiefs and Chargers, that was a fun game. Chargers was ahead pretty much the entire game until the last 2 minutes of the game, or 6 minutes. So, um, I mean, yeah, Chargers got a touchdown, went ahead with 1 minute and 37 seconds left, I think, in the game, but 1 minute 37 you give to Patrick Mahomes with 75 yards, and he got that game-winning touchdown drive, passed it to Travis Kelce, 3 touchdowns in the game, big monster of a game. It's hard to guard him. I mean, that one time in week 2 when Derwin James had actually picked up and body slammed Travis Kelce. That was an iconic move, but unfortunately we lost both games. So I think it's safe to say the Chiefs have won the AFC West Division, and the Chargers are trying to get a wild card spot. So I think the Chargers are in a good spot. They have still a good team. But yeah, I'm picking the Chargers to beat the Cardinals. This is going to be a close game. It'll probably be, let's say, 4 points. Kyler Murray is actually playing this game, so he's pretty healthy, but let's see how sharp he is. Next up, we have Raiders and Seahawks. Raiders did get a victory last week against the Broncos, but it was kind of the mismanagement of the Broncos down the stretch in the last 2 minutes. I mean, the Raiders had no timeouts, and the Broncos just needed one first down or run a play where it was not going to stop the clock, and they threw a pass. It was incomplete on 3rd and 10 with under 2 minutes to go, with Raiders with no timeouts, and Broncos were up by 3. So guess what happened? With that extra 40 seconds, the Raiders kicked the game tying field goal and forced overtime, and they won in overtime with a long pass to Davante Adams for the game-winning touchdown in overtime. So, but aside from that, Seahawks is not the Broncos, and I think the Raiders are going to have a lot of problems facing the Seahawks, and Seahawks might have some problems with, Davante Adams and Josh Jacobs. So Raiders and Seahawks might be a fun game, but I'm pulling for the Seahawks to win this one. Next up, we have Chiefs and the defending Super Bowl champions, the Rams. This looked great on paper when the season started, but after 11 weeks, it's going to be a blowout. Chiefs are actually favored by 15.5 points, and the Rams don't have a quarterback. They just waived one of their running backs. Their top receiver is hurt, and there's not much going for the Rams. So I have the Chiefs winning big in this one. And next up, we have 49ers and Saints. We have 49ers kind of surging, actually, so I think they hit a stride. They have a great defense, and they just upgraded their offense. So Jimmy Garoppolo does not have to do all the work. Or Deebo Samuel. Christian McCaffrey has been a great upgrade for the 49ers, and they got them at a great time, and it looks like they're going to be a serious contender. I have them beating the Saints here. And then the Sunday Night Football game is Packers and Eagles in Philadelphia. This game might be a little close, and there's rumors that Aaron Rodgers might be traded to the Raiders in the offseason. But Eagles should win the close one here. I don't know if the Eagles will cover, but they should beat the Packers Sunday night. So, And to close off my bets for the NFL Week 12, we have Colts and Steelers on Monday Night Football. Um, I think the Colts will pull it out. I think the Colts will win this game. So those are my picks for the NFL Week 12. Follow those picks, make some bets, have some fun with it, make some money, be safe out there. Um, I also want to make a quick predictions on tonight's WWE Survivor Series War Games Premium Live event. We have AJ Styles going up against Finn Balor. Great matchup between members of the Bullet Club. You have Finn Balor, part of Judgment Day, and you have AJ Styles, part of the OC, the original club. It should be the match of the night. I have a good feeling that's going to be the match of the night. But I have AJ Styles beating Finn Balor in tonight's matchup tonight. I think I've seen them before. Finn Balor did beat AJ Styles. So yeah, I think Finn Balor beat AJ Styles when WWE needed Finn Balor to kind of step in because I think Roman Reigns or Bray Wyatt was sick and could not face AJ Styles at that time. So Finn Balor came in and he came and beat AJ Styles, and they did the too sweet gesture because they're part of the Bullet Club. That's their thing. So there you have it. And then Ronda Rousey is defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Shotzi Blackheart. That one, easily, Ronda Rousey should beat her. Honestly, I'm actually hoping that Ronda Rousey does face Shayna Baszler down the road because that would be a great matchup. And you'll see a lot of shoot fighting in that one. And then we also have the triple threat match for the United States Championship. Title holder Seth Rollins facing Bobby Lashley, former title holder, and also former title holder Austin Theory. They have a little bit of a recent history right now because Seth Rollins did beat Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship. Austin Theory, he got tired of trying to cash in on Roman Reigns and decides he wanted to cash in on a very vulnerable Seth Rollins, but Bobby Lashley interfered with that match and made sure that Seth Rollins beat Austin Theory and had a failed cash in. So now Austin Theory has a mean streak. He looks pretty good with a mean streak. So I was thinking that what's going to happen is that Bobby Lashley might have a distraction and might be taken out by Brock Lesnar. So you might just see Seth Rollins and Austin Theory at the end. I'm kind of like split between the winner between Seth Rollins and Austin Theory because I kind of want the title. I feel the title is right on Seth Rollins right now, and it can catapult him to a title shot with Roman Reigns or whoever's going to hold the WWE or Universal Championship or the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. They might actually just keep that title as just one. So, but I have a feeling that Austin Theory might. I think Austin Theory is going to win this one. Big surprise, big shocker, and that will give Seth Rollins a chance to go up and challenge the undisputed champion, whoever that may be. And there's a lot of challengers for Roman Reigns. So we now have women's War Games. At Survivor Series, you have Bayley with her damage control buddies, the women's tag team champions, Dakota Kai and Io Sky. She also recruited Rhea Ripley. Also recruited Nikki Cross. They're going to be going up against the Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. Also her buddies, Alexa Bliss and Asuka. And they also recruited Mia Yim, who's going to basically be focused on Rhea Ripley. And also, they just got Becky Lynch, who's returning from injury and has a bone to pick with, Bayley and damage control. So, But I have a feeling um, Bianca Belair will win for her team. But I have a feeling that Becky Lynch may turn on Bianca Belair. That's just a hunch. It could be tomorrow, tonight, or it could happen on Monday Night Raw. So, or soon after, because everyone wants a shot at Bianca Belair. So, um, and then the men's war games, we got the Bloodline. Um, you got the Usos, Jimmy and Jay Uso. You got Sami Zayn. You got Solo Sakai, and you have the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns on one side. On the other side, you got Drew McIntyre. You got the Brawling Brutes with Sheamus, Butch, and Holland, and they recruited um, Kevin Owens. So I think Kevin Owens will pin Roman Reigns, and it's gonna set up like a very unique title picture for Roman Reigns' Universal Championship, Universal Undisputed Universal WWE Championship. Because with Kevin Owens winning, I think Kevin Owens, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, I think they're gonna somehow go after Roman Reigns and get the title off of Roman Reigns. I think it's gonna happen. Um, now, uh, War Games. So if you haven't seen War Games, it's basically 5-on-5 in a double ring inside a large cage, and it starts off with two members, one from each team. And before this war game start, there was a match that occurred probably the week of that will determine who will have the extra person advantage during war games, because the advantage is basically you'll have a 3-minute window to have a 2-on-1, a 3-on-2, a 4-on-3, and 5-on-4 advantage. And whoever wins that match to get the advantage will always have an extra person beating up on the other team for an extra 3 to 5 minutes. Now, you can't pin or submit anyone until all 10 members have entered the cage. So once the first team with the advantage gets their person in after 3 to 5 minutes, after the first 2 people have started the match, every 3 to 5 minutes, I believe, somebody will come in from each team, and it'll alternate. And it'll continue to do so until all members are in, all 10 members. So once all 10 members have entered the cage, War Games will start. And that is when a member gets the pinfall or submission victory for her team, and that is how you win War Games. So it should be fun. Now I'm going to the SDSU San Diego State football home finale tonight against Air Force. I won't be able to watch Survivor Series live, so once the game is over and I come home, I will be watching Survivor Series from beginning to end and see how it goes. I'll cut this short because I have some errands to do, but I did go to a Don't Tell comedy show here in San Diego. It was at the Alesmith brewery, run by producer Jay. He always runs a great show, always has some great comics on his lineup, and what's great about it is that every single comic that comes up gets to talk for a good 15-20 minutes, and it's funny from beginning to end, and I like that. So it started with Jay, and then the whole night started off with the comedy with Josh Waldron. Funny guy. I actually thought that he was pretty funny from beginning to end. I think I give him 8.3 out of 10. Funny set. It seemed different from his last one. There are probably some similar ones, but I like this one. Next up was Ellory Smith. First time seeing her. She was pretty funny. Um, I thought I would give her an 8 out of 10. Um, Next up was Peter Ballmer. Um, Guy was funny, and I would say he was probably a 7.9 out of 10. Um, I think he and I have like the same thing with the receding hairline because I am losing my hair. Um, so he made a joke about that. Uh, and then next up was Dave Morgan. Dave Morgan was a pretty funny guy. Um, I enjoyed his set, and he talked about how he wanted to get his wife pregnant. So, uh, so that was pretty funny, and I was laughing the whole set. So I think Dave Morgan was like an 8.6 out of 10. Um, and then the headliner was Brad Silnutzer. He was the headliner. He actually had climbed the the shelf of barrels of beer behind him. That was pretty cool. Um, Super funny. He didn't actually tell a joke for like 10 minutes to start off his set, so he actually got everybody laughing without telling a joke. So that was pretty impressive. And then he started telling the jokes. The guy was pretty funny. I thought he was 8.5 out of 10, so I enjoyed the set. So uh, yeah, like I said, the Don't Tell comedy. That's always a great show to go to. You never get disappointed. I got to talk to some of the comics after the show. Got some pictures with Ellory Smith. Didn't get to talk to her very much. We just got a picture. But got to talk to Brad and Dave. So they were pretty cool. Um, Can't wait to see more of their sets between LA and San Diego. And for those that remember, I actually did go to the Comedy Store up in Hollywood for pretty funny women and pretty girls. Um, so with Remy Escobar, Elise Phillips, with headliner Vanessa Graddick. Um, so yeah, um, yeah, it's good seeing those shows. And I'm actually going to a show here at the Comedy Store here in San Diego, La Jolla. Um, it's going to be an open mic with friends and family potluck, and it's going to feature Kimball's Whom. So I just started seeing her stand up recently, so I kind of want to see another show of hers. And then I'm going to see probably another show, um, the Pally Wine Company on Wednesday. It's the Cash Comedy show. It does feature, I believe, Melissa Weissman. Um, and then so um, so I plan to go to those two shows, and then I'm going to a show at the Mic Drop. It's going to feature Sean Waynes from the Waynes Brothers. um, hopefully he's pretty funny live, so can't wait. So that'll be 3 shows this coming next week. So I look forward to it, and start our stride for the end of the year. So, and one more thing, um, uh, as you can tell, this is my new home. It's a beautiful place, beautiful view. I do have some neighbors who don't like me, parking wise, but I still have a very noisy neighbor upstairs, unit 344. Ah. But what can you do, right? Just take everything in stride. Also, um, just a little note. And I do have apparently a new critic on Instagram in terms of my fandom and support of the comics. It's not Benji Reyes, but it's some guy who does not like the fact that I go to the shows with all these female comics and, um, you know, being creepy. So I guess everybody has their opinion. I mean, I try to be a true gentleman. I support all the comics. I tag every single comic. So honestly, I don't know what his problem is. Maybe jealousy. Maybe just, I don't know, the fact that I'm brave enough to even talk to the comics in the first place because I was very shy. But, well, everybody has their opinion, right? So if you actually did check out my account on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube, and you felt the need to criticize me in any sort of way, well, I guess it does satisfy the goal that you actually had to check out my profile to actually say those things to me. So, um, hey, get viewers any way I can, right? And you know, um, I'm always Danish. I mean, what can you do, right? I mean, you can't control everybody's opinion. So I live my life, they live their life, and we all go our separate ways. So, but, whoever you are, if you feel like you need to criticize me, enjoy your day. Um, I'm not going to go on any platform and make any kind of argument or anything because, you're entitled to your opinion. And, well, hopefully we don't have to talk again. I don't know what to say. But other than that, have fun, guys. Have fun with World Cup soccer, football tomorrow, comedy shows. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving meals with family and friends, and have hopefully you got some good shopping in. I actually bought two um, very sophisticated water bottles from Lark. They clean your water bottles by itself every hour or 2 hours, and it cleans your water too. It filters it. So um, I can't wait for some great tasting water. Hopefully, it's a great investment. All right, later, guys. Peace out. And also, if you have a chance, follow my Spotify podcast, Tiggy Maximus Talks, and also my buddy's podcast, Who Are They, on YouTube. All right, there, guys. Bye. Tiggy Maximus out.